Hey YouTube fam. Um I guess in this video I'm gonna go over like my expenses. Okay, here, I don't know which way I'm at. I'm sideways. I don't know which way I'm vertical. Look at that. So, anyways, um I'm living in California and shit is inflated. But roughly I can get by on like $20 a day as far as eating food, right? So, and that's eating out. That's eating out. So I can go to, for me, a Filipino restaurant, a hole in the wall place, just like real Filipino restaurants are in the Philippines. And I can get rice dinaguan for $9.50 for $10 with a tip and all that. $11, right? And that meal sometimes I can't even finish, right? I got some left over here. So give me 1 second. I love this view. I love this view. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible. Anyways, yeah, so, you know, it's a pretty big meal. And if you're in the bodybuilding and you like intermittent fasting, having an eating window and eating one meal a day, you could get away with, going to spots like that, getting a big meal for $15 or something, $10 to $15. If you could take some home and eat that and not mind eating that later, you can manage. There's owls in the trees out here. They're just hunting, but they're going to bed now. Those are birds. You don't hear the owls. You see the owls if you're paying attention at night. They're gone now, probably the night owls. I forgot what they're called, barn owls or something. But so yeah, $11 a day times fucking 30 is $330, right? $333, right? Something like, right? So, yeah. So let's say, I'm not going to do that the whole month and eat that every day, right? So I'm going to cut that in half and say, and we're talking like kind of worst case scenario. I know you guys are like, well, what is this guy's reasoning, right? But let's say I ate every day at the Filipino spot. It's $11 a day. It's $333 a month. Okay. For me, I did a vinyl wrap job. I made $700 in like 2 days. I paid a friend. I didn't really need to, use him to help me work, but he helped me get it done quick on the second day. Next time I'll do it myself and I'll space it out a little bit, a little longer, because your fingers get shot when you're doing a vinyl removal. So it was good to have a partner. But so that's like one job, and I can eat at least, let's say, cut that in half. That's $150. Let's say it's 150 or 160. That's $160 a month, eating half the month Filipino food once a day. Like I said, the meal is huge. But anyways, it all depends on what your priorities are and what you can get away with, right? You don't want to spend your money on shit because you don't want to eat like shit. And there's cheap food that's shit, right? And there's healthy food that is decent. You can go to the Dollar Tree, or not the Dollar Tree, but yeah, the Dollar Tree. But even the 99-cent store now is a grocery chain. So you can go there and get organic food, and it might be like rejected food or whatever it is there. But I don't do that. I go to a Filipino place and I get good, wholesome, nutritious food. But I pay in a little extra dollars for that. But see, now I have different values. I'm in the gym, and I have an intermittent fasting window, and I like to try and eat one meal per day. Now I don't know if my one meal is getting me 3,000 or 4,000 calories like I might want, but I actually want to cut a little bit more, right? So I have different values that are applying to me. But you know, $20 a day you can get away with for one person, I'd say, depending on what your values are. But for me, I love to eat a lot, but I've been budgeting and I want to lose weight and different stuff like that. So I've been getting away with eating one meal a day sometimes, or just two, with maybe a snack. And that'll be like maybe like if I go to class in the mornings, I get my sandwich, my little 2 for $5 sandwiches, because the Burger King's there, and maybe that's not a healthiest choice. But people have gotten really swollen buff off worse food. So I get my 2 little breakfast sandwiches, and maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then later I'll go back to a Filipino spot, I'll get something heavy. Or I'll go to like Taco Bell. You know, they're not so bad. But they have a healthier like chicken option for $2, right? So I could get fucking 4 of those for $10 basically, with taxes and all that. And yeah, that's a pretty big meal, right? And save one for later. So, and it's kind of a healthier option. There's a ton of tortilla or whatever there's a ton of tortilla in the tacos. But you know, hey, I'm trying to lose weight, but at the same time, you can cut and you can bulk at the same time. People don't think you can do it, but you can. It's just depending on what you're eating, what your workout is, what your macros are. Yeah, like everything has to be in place and in tune for the bulking side, right? And then you got to know what your body's doing and when to cut, right? So when you're not growing, and then when you're anabolic, and then when you're getting ready to go catabolic, you know when that's going to happen, and you're like, okay, I'm going to start cutting, and then you can switch yourself back into an anabolic state by working out and eating more again, right? Knowing that those carbs aren't going to fat stores. Do you know what I'm saying? They're going to muscle replenishment, glycogen, and stuff like that. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. For all you fucking fitness nerds, because I'm gonna post these videos, right? Get the dirt off my shoulder right there, okay? Get the dirt off my shoulder. Anyways, got this beautiful pomegranate. It's not just red, but man, it's really red. And life, it just becomes so beautiful, and it becomes so vivid. And so yeah, and it's kind of like back to what I was saying in my video earlier. I feel like the less crap I'm putting in my body, the more vivid life is. This view in front of me is just, my body is just absorbing it. It's just so wow. And I had this same, I was here 30 days ago, right? But it wasn't the same. Now it's even like another layer of the veil is lifted. And I'm just sloughing the dust off my eyes again, and my eye again. So That's it. 10-minute little vid, and my budget. So it's, you're looking at $300 a day, let's say. Now, you can get an EBT card and you can get $180 a month as well. And you can eat store-bought food. So I'm working on that. But I never got that because I've been employed and I didn't want to have to get EBT. And, now I feel some type of way when I'm like swiping an EBT card. I'm not going to say I feel like ashamed, but it's like, I don't even want to have to be at that point anymore where I'm swiping an EBT card. But now that I'm self-employed, I'm more self-employed, landing more jobs with vinyl. I'm like, okay, it's not a bad idea to think, okay, let me get my EBT card. I can save myself $200 a month on basics. Like I could literally just buy protein shakes with the EBT card. Okay, and now I can have the supplements I needed in between my $200 and $300 a month I'm eating on my one meal a day, bodybuilding meals at the Filipino spot, right? So you're working, and if your budget is really hard off, like sometimes I really am really hard off where I can't spend anything. I can lean on the EBT card, and I don't even have it yet. So that's why my budget's struggling, maybe, So once I can supplement more with the EBT card, things should like get better as far as even the lifting weights and the bulking and all that. So, and being like more energetic. Here's the other thing about the EBT card. I don't want to get junk. And when you get that, it opens you up to getting junk because it's like free money. So you go to the store and you're like, I can buy some Cheetos if I want to. But if you're just budgeting your dollars, you're not going to waste your money on Cheetos. You're going to want to get a nutritious meal, right? Get a bang for your buck, especially if you're going to work out, because you have to have energy in the gym and your macros got to be right if you want to do it good. I could probably show you guys before and after photos in the last 30 days, but I've made some progress. So yeah, so if you're working part-time, living in your car is easy for sure. You get money for food and all that stuff. But so yeah, $300 a month, and that's easy even if you're not working part-time. I mean, that's a side hustle for nothing, like right? And like I said, there's things in this life that sustain people, beautiful things that come right out of the ground, and manna from heaven. And so yeah, you're talking like $500 a month. Let's say you're eating out, like I said, on $11 a day, you're eating out or something like that. Now, if you're with a partner, it might be a little bit more, but or you're just eating a little bit less. Me, I like to eat a lot, and I'm a bodybuilder, right? So I need to eat a lot. So, but anyways, $11 a day is like $330 a month. And if you can get an EBT card for roughly $200, you're looking at like $500 a month on your food budget. And I'd say that's pretty solid for one person. And if you have another person and they can get their EBT card, they'll get their own $200 a month. So, I used to live in my car with my girlfriend back in the day. For a brief moment, like we lived with our parents. We lived with the parents and everything. Everything was going great, and then I got arrested again. Well, actually, it was like the first time I think I got arrested. First time I ever went to jail. They took my guns away. They took my gun. Took my right away, my rights. Yeah. Things changed after that. So then I was living in my vehicle with my girlfriend, and she was a soldier. She held it down, and I guess she still is holding it down. She's trying her best, I guess. She's in a different place though. She's trying to do her best over there, and I'm over here. And I've got another girl that I like, and we live here in San Diego. We've been making it happen. She's responsible. handling her business, as best she can. However toxic our relationship may be, we're not with each other. I'm here, and occasionally we'll hang out now. But you can only lead a horse to water. I'm over here at the lake. I don't know where whatever mana is sustaining them, but it's not mine. So yeah, $500 a month, and then now you're talking gas. I have to idle my car 2 hours a day, period. So, that's gas, that's money. Your generator, it costs money. Keeping it running costs money. So I drive a lot. I'm in a car. I love my car. It's a cool car. It's fast. I vinyl wrapped it. I love it. I'm in love with it. It's like I've melded with machine. Like I've become a fucking cyborg. I live in my car, and it's like an extension of me. It's this outer shell and armor, in a sense, that can take you across the world. I could drive to New York, but I can't, because they're watching me from outer space. Big Brother's controlling me. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm not. So anyways, yeah. So 500, so now gas is insane. You're gonna fucking shit a brick when I say this, because, if this is middle America watching this, I don't know what your gas prices are, but it's like $7 over here. It's like fucking $7 over here. A gallon. So I don't use that gas. Luckily, this car also takes flex fuel. So that's not even gas. That's fucking alcohol. So, yeah. I have an alcohol. It's an American vehicle. And it runs off American fuel, baby. Fucking corn. Which I think that they did some studies and it's not as good as they said it was or sustainable. But it's a lot fucking cheaper, so my shit is like $4 a gallon at most. At a station way over there. I'm over here going to one that's like $3.50 or $3.30 over here. $3.30, $3.33, $3.30 is my favorite numbers. 3s and 30s and all that. Anyways, my birthday is on. Not gonna tell you because you might. Yeah. But anyways, it's all 3s. All 3s. Anyways, so gas is expensive. I drive a lot. When I'm budgeting, I go here to the gym. I go there to the food. I go here, maybe to the restroom somewhere if I have to somewhere. I go handle business, obviously, my classes and different things, and anyone needs some help or whatever. But I go where I need to go, and I'm done for the day. Like it's already, I'm probably almost 7 a.m. now, and like I parked here yesterday at 5 p.m. So I've been here for 14 hours in this same spot right here on the side of this lake all night long. But the rest of the world was asleep, so they wouldn't know the difference, unless they're one of the weirdos out here, such as myself, driving the night, seeing me at night, seeing me in the morning, or they work over here at the Olympic Training Center. Yeah, Olympic Training Center, it's a lake, they train out here, the rower people and all that stuff. But so yeah, gas expensive. So for me though, it's like $40 to fill my tank up, max. So birds are waking up. Yeah, you guys probably think I have like horrible ADHD, but I'm pretty stoned. But anyways, $40 a tank for me, and I'll go through a tank a day. Yep. I'm a driver. You know. But no, that's like almost 300 miles, right? A tank's like 250 miles. No, rationing, like I'm talking about, I'll go through half a tank a day, and I'm trying to get it down to like quarter tank. You know what I'm saying? So you're talking like if it's a quarter tank a day, you're about $10 a day on gas, right? But that's about, you know, that's really like, man, I feel like that's hurting. That's like you're hurting. You're not really going many places on $10 a day in gas. That's 60 miles a day on gas. $10 a day is 60 miles a day on gas. So if $5 for me takes me 30 miles, yeah, I'm going about 60 miles a day. That's like nothing. It's very little. It's actually very little. You know, I'm over here at this beautiful spot, but you know, where I like to be when I go down in the ocean, that is literally probably about 30 miles away. You know, and the gas station out here that I go to because I have to get this fuel, you know, it's out here. So I have to travel 15 miles just to get to that gas station. So that's 30 miles, and if I want to go back to the beach, it's 30 miles just for that one trip in one day. And if I want to come all the way out here, it's like almost 45, 50, 60. And if I'm going everywhere else in between, you're talking easily 100, 200 fucking miles a day. So if I get 20 miles per gallon and I need 200 miles a day, I mean, that's 10 gallons. It's like 10 gallons is fucking $40 for me if you're driving a lot. It's a full tank a day. So anyways, try to get it cut down to like a fourth of that, right? You want to, everywhere you go, you want to get the bang for your buck. So like I said, you know, when I go to the gym in the morning, I use the restroom, shower, shave my head, whatever I got to do, hygiene, brush my teeth, all that good stuff, right? Yeah. And at the same time, I work out and get an incredible pump in the gym, and you leave just feeling great. Like, man, I love it. And even the days that you don't want to go to the gym and work out, you end up working out, and you're like, I'm so glad I did that. And those are the days that you make progress. And yeah. So, yeah, my budget at, you know, if you're talking $10 a day and you're just trying to really survive on $10 a day, especially if you are paying for that really expensive gas, because I'm not, and I can get by on $10 a day. Maybe some of you are, your minimums are like 20, because like I said, you're almost twice the price of my gas. So, but I can get by on $10 a day. As far as gas, maybe, kind of, but 15, yeah. But you know, $10 a day, let's say that's 300. So you're talking food 500, gas, I would say 500. So your expenses living in your vehicle is like almost $700 to $1,000 per month. Yep. Of direct expenses. Those are your overhead costs. Those are your bills. Just like if you were in an apartment or house. Yeah. Because, I mean, you probably don't spend as much on gas, but you're paying for that in other utilities. Trash, water, and all that other stuff. I don't have to pay for that. I don't have to pay for trash. I don't have to pay for water. I don't have to, well, I do pay for water, but I get a gallon for 50 cents, you know? Or 5 gallons for like even less. Yeah, I have a storage unit. I do have a storage unit. I have a lot more valuables and stuff like that at the storage unit. So that is roughly $200 a month, something like that, right? So it's like now you're talking 900 a month. And then I have a phone that's like 150 a month. So you're talking about $1,100 a month on bills. You're talking, easily 800 to 1,200 a month living in your car, living in California, even on a minimum. Yep. So that's the finances, and it took me forever to just get that out on the video. But that's what we're dealing with. Yeah, and maybe van lifers, and I have a gym membership that's $30 a month. I have a subscription to not HBO because I get that for free, but like Amazon Prime I have Dropbox that I go to and when I want stuff from Amazon Prime and stuff like that. So I could still order stuff on Amazon and get it and go to my storage units over there, stuff like that. Um, um, yeah, there's expenses. My car needs to get fixed. That's a catalytic converter, and that's another overhead expense. And that one's the big one for me that is starting to get me like, oh, this is precarious, because you're wondering every day, like, I might not actually be able to live in the car anymore. So that's the big thing, and that's the important thing too. Living in your van, living in your vehicle, is keeping the vehicle going and running. You want it to keep running. And then it costs money to do that. So when something goes wrong, you either have to be really good at fixing it yourself, or have the money to shell out for your car or vehicle. Border Patrol just went by, but anyways, I'm getting a phone call, so I'll give you guys a call, or I'll give you guys a fucking update later. That's your expenses, 1,100 to 1,200 a month.